Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. We've got Allen down out there with Hood, and it's Cole in at the 1 spot.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Down low, Allen. And he uses the glass on the layup. Allen's got his first points of the game.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Shot's good by Laverne.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
It's good on the putback.
And no one's going to ever claim that the All-Star Weekend is about defense, and we got a taste of that right there.
Okobo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Gotta like how they've come out here. I mean, connecting on 4 of their first 5 shots, yes, that's good.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the night. That free throw good from Hood. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Smith feeling it out a bit. In the corner, Collins with it. No good on the 3.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Smith for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
The 15-footer, Allen, that's good. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Mike Malone.
He spoke about what it really means to be an all-star coach. He said, really, it's just a testament to the way my real team has played this year. It's a side effect of them having a great start to the season. They deserve all the credit for me being here. Kevin, very gracious as always. Back to you.
Thank you, David. The West All-Stars shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Wagner, good.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Here's Wanamaker, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That is all-star basketball at its best. The alley-oop run to perfection.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only...
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we could add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Here's Reed. That one drops for him. Reed's got his second basket.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Here's Williams. It's rebounded by the West.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. West All-Stars lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we start the second quarter.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
On the court right now for the East All-Stars, Swanigan is out there with Reed. Then it's Williams. Then it's Robinson. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Ellinson's checked in. And a switch here also for the East. Harrison's checked in for Williams. And so here are the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. Reed, the shot misses. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Hamilton kicks to Ellenson. Over Harrison. Here's Davis. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The West All-Stars shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Davis. Here's a 1-2. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Changes up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
There's Brown with the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Hood will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Trailing by 2. It's stolen by Davis. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Count it. Good. Hamilton's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Robinson passes to Hood. Over Hamilton. Hood can't get it to go. And here's the West with the ball. To the paint. And stolen by Hood. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That shot missing. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. To the inside. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Ellenson. And that's 10 points for Davis.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
6 to shoot. Here's a 1-2. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Brown kicks to Ellenson. Pass to Hamilton. Out to the wing. And the 3 off target. And here are the East All-Stars now. 4-point game. Here's Hood. It's blocked. 1:56 left now here in the second. And it's Davis missing.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Brown right side. Over Davis. Brown. Good.
Timeout.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
So the West ends up going with the new group. Walker against Allen.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Cole. Hands it from downtown. Cole's got 5.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Collins kicks to Walker. To the middle. Here's Laverne. Lays it up off the glass. Laverne's got 4 points this quarter.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Walker against Allen. Now here's Walker. He's guarded closely. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
9 seconds left to play here in the half. Over in the corner, Allen. No good on the triple. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The East All-Stars up on top as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. We're reporting to you live here in this sold-out arena. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. What an amazing first half of basketball. And it looks like we've got a game on our hands that will cap off this great weekend in style. The East and West both giving the fans everything they could have hoped for. This is shaping up to be an all-star classic.
Obviously, this has been a back-and-forth type of thing, but now you're going to start to see the competitiveness come out in these guys. That's right, Ernie. I had to say it real nice and smooth. Competitiveness. A little more defense, not a lot more, but certainly a lot more intensity. And at the end of the day, every guy on that court out there is built to win.
This particular All-Star game has some real energy. Guys aren't just going out there and going through the motions. They're actually digging in and trying to win. This is different. I can't wait for the second half.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
We've been having a great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
We've got Wagner, also Collins out there. Smith is out there with Laverne. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. The East All-Stars have shot just 1 free throw earlier, one for one in the game. Down low, Smith. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside Hood, inside, and then Allen slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
They grabbed their own miss. Back to Cole. The pass to Allen. That one off the back iron and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
That one drops for him. And it's 7 points for Smith.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Are we seeing some high-flying efforts tonight or what?
Are we ever? I mean, they're doing some major damage to those rims.
Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. He's got 8.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
A 1-2. That's good. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Wagner. Got a piece of it. Hood with it. Laverne on him. Got a piece of it. Wagner passes to Smith. The feed to Laverne. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. It's Cole with the ball for the East All-Stars. They lead by 1 to the middle. Laverne with the steal. In the corner, Smith with it. And the shot is long. Here's a 1-2. He's guarded by Collins. And it's Brown missing. And here's the West with the ball. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. 1-2 passes to Brown. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Brown's got his 2nd bucket.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Collins wide open. He fires. It's good. This game is all even.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. New players in now for the East. And here are the East All-Stars now. The shot by Williams, no good.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the East All-Stars.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
No one near them. It's rebounded by the West. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Blue, that's in there. Davis with the assist. Now it's a 3-point West All-Star lead. Throws it up high.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here's Brown. Outside, Walker knocks down the 3 ball. Walker's got himself on the board with 3 there. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? It's the West All-Stars up by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
And so in the game for the East All-Stars, Swanigan is out there with Williams. Then it's Reed. Then it's Robinson. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position. Here's Swanigan on the wing, Williams. Shot clock at 5. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Reed. Now here's Brown. D right on him. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the West All-Stars?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Robinson against Walker. Shot from 12. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Robinson. Davis, the pass to Wagner. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Here's Robinson. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Here's Walker, and finished off by Walker.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Timeout called, East All-Stars. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Hood deciding where to go with it. Brown, and the shot is good.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
And he's able to get it back. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
One shot.
And that one falls for Cole.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Passes it to Collins. Kicks to Laverne. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Okobo. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Brown. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Wagner, good.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Here are the East All-Stars. 56 seconds left in the fourth. And Cole kicks to Brown. Over in the corner, Allen. Shot clock at 6. Here's a 1-2. West All-Stars with the rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Smith dishes to Collins. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Collins has got the lead up to 7 now for the West All-Stars. And the East All-Stars call time here. They're down by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
And the tradition and honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue we had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it. Here's Cole. Over to the left wing. The 3. No good that time. Smith with some nice D. So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.